thought that I would play it for y'all because I have a lot of people in my comment section on the shorts that are in disbelief that I can actually play a saw. Not like me personally, but they think that it's a trick. And I thought that I would jump on here and answer any questions that you have. That was my bow hitting the saw. Anyway, I've got the chat over here, so I should be able to see it. If you could let me know if you have any requests, I will try to get to some of those too. I'd love to just play a bunch of music on the musical saw. Let me open up the live chat so I can see. In the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit about the saw in case you're watching this later and not on the live, is that the musical saw has been around for centuries. In fact, people have been making music from steel, flattened steel, for millennia. There are actually images of ancient Egyptians who used it. Different type of steel. There was a chemical process that was, I think in the 1800s, that made the saw easier to make, this kind of tools. But before that, people found ways to make, they made music on anything. I mean, the most ancient instruments that have been found were 40, 50,000 years ago. Well, they were found recently. I think they were found about 10 to 15 years ago, of a flute made out of bones. So people have been playing music out of all kinds of things for tens of thousands of years, probably longer. Music is tribal, music is human, and it's been kind of sad to me that some people think they're not musical just because they don't know how to read music. So I'm going to look over here, make sure that I can see the chat, and pop in the chat. I did something a little bit unusual for me, which is I allowed the chat to be, oh gosh, I don't want to hear myself. I allowed the chat to be from anybody. I normally only do it subscribers, so you should subscribe because sometimes we get some big trolls in there. But anyway, this is just a regular Stanley hardware store saw. This particular one has been signed by some very fancy people who have sold millions and millions of records, unlike me. But I will turn it to the side. And no, I don't go anywhere near the blade. That seems to be everybody's big concern. I've played since I was 8. And I've never been injured because I guess it looks like this. Somebody said the saw is very, very close to your chest. No, it's not. It's about a foot away from my chest. And even if I sneezed and, I don't know, had a big sort of motion towards it, I'm not near the blade. My hands, I guess, are, but they're not. I don't know. I mean, have you guys ever chopped an onion? You only get hurt if you're not paying attention. So I'm paying attention. Also, it's a lot safer than chopping an onion, I would say. So let me know if you have questions or requests. I'm going to pop in. I have what do I have? Top chat. And let me know if there's anything weird going on with the audio, please. Hi, guys. So I'm playing some Saw, and somebody asked for Weezer. So let's do that. I won't do the whole thing, though, because copyright issues. All right. So it is just a saw, and I can't play the whole song or I'll get in trouble for copyright. So let's do another song. Or I could play it, oh stop. I could play it without the music. It is kind of annoying to just hear the saw by itself. So I like playing along with instruments when I'm playing on my live shows, and I'm a singer-songwriter, so I travel around. I travel the world, actually, with my instruments and my saws. I tend to bring, if I'm solo, I bring a recording of myself playing the piano, and I play along to that. Or if I'm playing and touring with somebody else, then I make them play the chords, and that way it's like a lovely little, duet. Buddy Holly goes crazy. Hi, Grayson. Thank you for that. I love when people jump in the chat. Also, look at that. It says that you're number 1. Well done being number one. And you know what? You just take that. Number one. So if you're just joining me, this is just a regular saw. And this is a French bass bow, I believe. And yes, there are hairs all over because I don't take care of it. It has nothing to do with it actually being played on the saw. Let's try another song. I don't see any requests. Oh, I do see her. Oh, hey there. What's going on, Holly? All right. Or is it Holly? I shouldn't even say that, right? You're like incognito online. All right. Let's plug in Iris. I know that song's been everywhere, but I always scroll on mute, so I actually don't remember what song it is. I'm terrible with titles, but let's see. Let's go like halfway through. Oh, right. 12/8. All right. So one thing about this saw is that it's only got an octave and a half range, so I don't know if I have the right range for this song, but let's try it. Oh, that's actually really a jam song, right? Let's skip ahead. Oh, cool. Time signature is getting funky. Wait. See? I'm going down my rabbit hole of music theory. Oh. All right. I gotta skip ahead or I'll get flagged for copyright. So let's go to the... I don't know. Ooh. This must be a fun solo section. I'm gonna play an octave up next time. Oh, come on. Pretty fun. All right. I gotta stop it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna play some other things until I get more requests in here. I don't actually have a lot of time today, so I'm probably only gonna be on for like 20 minutes max or until my phone dies. Let's do... What in the world? Ooh, here's a... Here we go. Some Beatles, right? It's just a saw if you're just joining. Oh, second section. Thanks for watching. It's just funny, Lobster. Let's talk about that for a second. So yeah, it's funny. That's part of why I love to do it. Because you know what? The world is insane. It was insane before 10 years ago, but it's extra insane the past 10 years. And humans cannot function when our nervous systems are just completely alight all of the time. So I'm a little bit obsessed with neuroscience, and it is very important that we laugh and that we engage in community-oriented things like music and giggles. So yes, this is so funny, and that is part of why I do it. One, I love music. I love interesting instruments. I love harmonies. I love playing with other people. I love writing songs, but I also love making people laugh. And I don't think it's entirely because I'm a people pleaser. I'm a recovering people pleaser, but I love an audience. I play the accordion too. And so that's part of it is like, yes, I mean, I'm a classical piano player, but that doesn't usually make people laugh and smile. It makes them feel things, but I like giggles and laughs and smiles. So it's funny, you're right. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly opening theme. I don't actually know that, but let's call it up and see if I can play along. The songs that work best on the saw, and I can play anything on the saw, but it's oh, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Hi, Buster. Thank you for that. I'm trying to make people have a good time. The songs are the best songs on the saw are the ones that have really interesting melodies. So like of Beatles songs, it's usually going to be a Paul McCartney song because his melodies are just phenomenal. So I don't remember what this sounds like. Oh, they're really old. Who is in that? Is that a Clint Eastwood movie? I've actually never seen it. I never got into Westerns. Perhaps I should. All right. I'm going to fast forward a bit so I don't get copyright flagged. Oh, I see why you want the saw. Oh, that's very cool sounds. Oh, I like that guitar part. It gets faster. Nice. I can only do a little bit of each song because of copyright rules. And thank you guys for watching. I don't get paid for my content. I don't have any high hopes of getting. I'm not asking for money right now, but what I'm saying is that the watch hours actually really help because I've been trying to get my content monetized for a while, and I've hit the. I qualified ages ago. I've had a YouTube account for 19 years now or something, but I just didn't ever want them putting ads on it, and then they started doing it anyway. So I'm like, give an artist a penny here and there, but they're making me qualify again. So thank you for watching. It helps me. Isn't that so annoying? What else we got? I love the new unique sound of the musical saw. Thank you. So do I. I also recognize that it can be very hard to listen to at times, that it is piercing and its frequencies can send shivers down spines, or it can trigger scary movies that you've watched. That's an interesting thing about our brain, is that our brain seeks patterns. And when we hear things that remind us of a time when we were scared, then we, I'm sorry, I just got a member and I'm really excited. Thank you, Grayson. That's amazing. I'm going to like heart that and I'm going to like that. And that makes me really happy. I have a membership available on here, and I just made it happen last week. And so I haven't really gotten to do a lot with it, but I decided that would be one way that I prioritize my musical saw request, or my Taylor Swift music theory request, which is a lot of other things. So thank you so much, Grayson, for that. That is awesome. I super appreciate it. Ledger and Lace, it's so annoying that they started doing it anyway, and it's funny, I've had my love-hate relationship. I've disappeared from YouTube for, years at a time and come back kind of reluctantly, but my return to social media happened in October. And thank you, William. That's funny. William Martin. Oh, that's funny that we have those are two good family names of good. They're both good names. Those are two family names of both me and my husband's. So it reminds me of my daddy and of his daddy. How nice. And what a kind thing. You have more skills than most. It's funny. So I was just talking about how I've come back to YouTube and all the other socials too. And I kept getting banned on TikTok because they had bots running it. And every time I would appeal, a human would go, oh yeah, like this is fine. You're playing music. But it thought that I was like juggling knives or something. So the bots did. So I stopped posting because I just got mad and I was like, what's the point? But now I'm back having so much fun and I don't really care about, I've stopped, I don't care about musical saw on the channels that don't allow it. Weren't I on Rob Scallion YouTube? Oh, I don't know. I might have been. I do a lot of podcasts and other such. So I don't remember Rob Scallion, but it's possible. There's another woman who plays the musical saw who is phenomenal. And her name is Natalia Peruz, and she's a friend of mine. And yes, we're friends because of the musical saw. Because if I can't do a job, like a recording job, I give it to her. And if she can't do one, she gives it to me because we trust each other. Because a lot of people play the musical saw, but not a lot of people can read sheet music or can play the notes that they actually intended. Yes, Mr. Brad. So this is just a regular saw. I play lots of things. I play accordion and guitar, and I play the piano and cello and bass and banjo. that's what I've done. Is I'm one of those people in the band who sits there on the, you know how there's, when you go see a band, there's always one person who's not really in the band. You're like, wait, I thought there were only 4 people in the band. Who's the 5th? I'm the 5th. The 5th is called the utility player, and it's the person on the side who plays kind of a lot of different instruments. That maybe they had one song that had a mandolin, but nobody in the band actually plays the mandolin, so they hire the one person who kind of plays everything. So that's me. Yeah, so my name's Bridget, and I'm in Kentucky. Where are you guys? It's funny, about 20 years ago when my first album came out, which was not a musical saw album, but somebody told Stanley that I played, and they actually sent me a couple of free saws. And now I can't even, I shouldn't even tell people what this is, because they should be paying me a lot, because I have had an Amazon affiliate account forever, and I've had my saw in there, and I know exactly how many people have bought musical saws or saws from Stanley to try to play music on them. So they should be paying me money, but those affiliate links are pennies. So yeah, they should sponsor me. A lot of, there's all kinds of, I love your emails and your business ideas, because I have them too. I'm just like, part of me is fed up and tired of fighting for these things that I know should happen, but just don't. So anyway, I'm going to do another request. Where was it? Oh, somebody, oh no, that wasn't it. Oh, ABBA. I lied about the requests. I'm just going to play songs I want to play, unless, as you chat and explain, I'll say gotcha. Oh, I appreciate that. Gotcha. Say gotcha. I appreciate that, Bradley. And thank you guys so much for joining up the members. That is huge to me. I'm a singer-songwriter and have been forever. And I was just laughing with somebody about how my first album, which I released in 2005, I was able to buy a house with that album. No, not pay cash. I was able to get a down payment and a mortgage, all because people bought CDs. And let me tell you how that's going. All right, I'm going to open up some songs, and let's play. No, okay, so if you're going to do the troll thing, I'm not going to play along. No, I'm not going to do that. I know that also one of the things I should be doing is only allowing people to comment if they're already subscribed to my channel. So what I've done now is not do that, because I just decided we'll see if there really are trolls out there. So I'm not looking for the trolls, but CDs are making a comeback for people like Taylor Swift, but not for indies. At least not in my experience. Whenever I go on tour, and I tour Europe about once a year, I always print 50 CDs of the duo that I'm bringing over that are not available online. And I usually sell them, but I will tell you that I usually sell them to people who are over 50, and they also are just trying to be nice. So, here we go. I'm not going to play all because I don't want to get a copyright flag, but I'm going to play... Oh my gosh, this song has a minute. No, I won't say it. Unless you join my channel. If you're paying me, I might say it. But I know those people, they lives record everybody. Any time of year. You know what will be awesome? It would be awesome to play that double guitar solo in the middle. Oh, I arranged it. Where is it? There it was. That's not the part I was looking for, but that's okay. Let's do a different song. What about, oh, this is very dramatic. Let's jump to the middle. Thanks for watching, you guys. This is just a saw, and this is a bass bow. If you have a request, let me know. I do prioritize the paid members of my channel or Patreon and all that such, but you know what? It's a sunny day. I'm in a good mood. So if you're not a paid member and I like the song, I might do it anyway. That's not a very interesting melody, is it? I will say that the more interesting the melody, the better the saw sounds on the song. So, all right, I cannot believe how grateful I am that somebody joined my channel. I feel like I got an A in school. All right, let's do some Fleetwood Mac. Thank you for the subscribes too. They're super helpful. I'm doing the live because it's a gorgeous day and I'm in a good mood, but also because I'm trying to get the watch hours. So thank you. And if you don't have money to join the channel, then just like, I have a couple playlists that are called things like lots of Bridget videos in a row, and you could just watch those on mute in the background. Because I keep getting so close and then they keep taking my hours away, and it's like, ugh. All right, Fleetwood Mac coming at you. All right, I keep harmonizing. So this is a musical saw. Oh, I love the body doubling. Thank you. Please. Oh, I missed that cool part. I want to do the little yodel. Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat drives me mad. All right, ooh, Layla. Do we think Layla would work? You know what would really work is the end. Ha, here we go. Ooh, I missed the big piano. Let's go higher. That high A flat's about the highest that this stop goes. Oh yeah, I've read that it's in the middle of, or it's one of the liner notes, right? I remember people posting about that for T with whatever. Now I think there's a lot to be said, and I actually just wrote a big long essay about this, about the Stevie Nicks connection with Taylor Swift, but mostly from a woman in the music industry. So I've worked in the music industry for really a long time, but actively for 25 years, professionally for longer than that. But I didn't really think that I didn't think it was a real career until I was like too old for that, which is so silly. It totally is. Don't let anyone tell you that the arts aren't a real career. Doesn't mean it's not a hustle. It's hard, but it's good. All right, how about this? Hey Jude. Hey. Yeah. So when you get a good melody, it sounds nice on the saw. If you have kind of a repetitive melody, then it's not going to sound nice because you're just going to get a lot of squeak, 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 squeak. But something, Paul McCartney melodies, all fantastic. To go on. F. Hey Jude. Oh, I thought that was the big part. Man, what a jam. I'm gonna have to go pretty soon. Oh, hold on. Mr. Brad Boy has a request. You know, there's actually a song called Gotcha. Oh, you were trying to get me to say that, weren't you? Well done, well done, well done. Don't do anything weird and creepy with it, though, okay? Come on. Hey, Paul, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm taking some requests, answering some questions about this saw. This one is just a regular hardware store saw. I can see 2 musical saws right over there. I have some videos talking about the differences between the musical saw and the hardware store saw. I will say that on pretty much every recording I've ever done for other bands and for myself, I've actually just played a 26-inch Stanley because I really love the tone it gets. I love the thickness of the steel. I feel I have a lot more control and I enjoy playing it more. It's also not very long, so See, I like how your brain thinks. So I've done Jaws, I've actually done Psycho, I've done Thriller, I did a whole Halloween spooky series for many years. My favorite is Thriller though, because there's actually, I'm gonna get it up. Although, no, I'm not gonna do that because Michael Jackson's lawyers will come after me. They're one of the ones that shuts down everything. So, but I can play the saw part. It's not really a saw, it's actually a keyboard, but it's designed to sound like a saw, and it's in Thriller. Like that. I also there's a chapter in one of the Harry Potter books that says, and I never want to bring that up because I don't want to just not going to go into that. But there's a chapter in that that mentions 30 musical saws being at a party. And it's been 6 years. I wanted to do it 20 years ago, but 6 years ago I finally did it. I recorded a 30 saw arrangement of Happy Birthday in a minor key of playing musical saw for Halloween, and I repost it every year. So most recently I think there's a long form and a couple of shorts where I posted in October that if you just type in musical saws or 30 musical saws, then that will come up. My husband cannot play the saw. Nobody that I've ever met and play music with can actually play the saw. It's a lot harder than you would think. I know Guy Forsyth from Austin, Texas can play the saw, and I know I know a few people who have made sounds on it, and I know that some people have made interesting sound effects, but for most people, they're unable to get the intentional pitch. So if you're trying to play a particular melody, most people can't do that. Let's see. Does the saw's length matter? It does matter. So this one is 26-inch, and it gets I can get 2 octaves out of it. Most people can get about 1.5 octaves regularly. The smallest saw that I've ever played is a 14-inch. It only got 1 octave, and that was really difficult. And the only reason I played a 14-inch is because I was doing a gig in Switzerland, and my saw, which I have to check, had not arrived yet. So I bought the longest saw I could find at the hardware store, and it was only 14 inches. So I could really only do smaller. I couldn't do like Over the Rainbow because I could do Mary Had a Little Lamb and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, songs like that. But the longest one I have is 34 inches. So the longer the saw, the more notes you have to play with. And my longer saws are also deeper in tone. So it's got I have like a soprano saw, an alto saw, and a baritone saw. Oh, it's always the lawyers. It's not usually the artists themselves. But obviously Michael Jackson's dead, but his lawyers shut it down. Like, I didn't even actually play it once. I was just talking about it, and it got muted completely. So, I don't know. I've got all kinds of fun stories about the many, many times that I've been on the internet for a long time, and going back and forth between, do I care about making money on this? I honestly, the last 6 months, I just decided to get back on and not worry about making money, because it's not what I want to do. Is write and sing and travel and make art. I don't want to just beck and call. I don't want to be selling you things, and I don't want to be begging for sponsorships. I don't want to do that. But does heating the saw change the sound? No, it doesn't. And it's funny you say that too, because I was just on the back deck where my husband is out there with a flamethrower right now, and I went to grab my saw and it was warm to the touch, and I had a giggle. But no, it doesn't change the tone. When did you realize you had that much talent? Oh, Paul, you're so kind. Thank you. I will say, though, that this is something I try very hard when I notice in young children, to tell them when I notice that they're talented, because I don't feel like I was ever told that. And I think that I would have had a very different career path. And I recognize now that I am talented. Now, my talents aren't any, superpower different than anyone else's talents. My talents are just in a different area. So I am music and harmony. That is the thing I can do, is the arts. I cannot start a fire or cook dinner or remember when my kids' soccer practices or get them to places. I'm terrible at that. What I can do is play a lot of different instruments. But I wish that someone had told me that that was an unusual skill. I kind of figured that anybody who'd taken piano lessons for a long time could read music and play lots of instruments. But it just clicked with me in a roadway. So I was not very, I was probably 40, or I don't know. I was 40 when I was comfortable with saying, yes, I am talented, because you know what? It wasn't cool to say things like that before. Flamethrower, yes. He's building some shed and he's doing some sort of, I know, I want to turn, I'm looking out the window now, but he's charring the wood to, like, I don't know, seal the moisture or something. Sounds like the old school ghost cartoons. So it's funny you say that. This is totally what they used in Scooby-Doo. They also use a theremin and sometimes just electronic synths, but I have 100%. There's a couple films out there where I score. They're all creepy films. I work with a lot of theater productions and send them soundtracks. There's one company that does Dracula a lot that I have a lot of. And I did Shakespeare in the Park, did The Tempest last summer or 2 summers ago. And I composed all the music for it and wrote a couple songs. And Ariel's entrance music was on the musical Saw. And it was kind of, I did a play on La Vie en Rose, but in a minor key and not the entire thing. Yes, that's what my husband is doing out there with the flamethrower. Yeah, super safe, right? See, I'm playing the saw, he's playing with the flamethrower. I don't know. We live in America. It's the Wild West. There are no rules, right? All the rules are on TikTok. All right, I should jump off soon unless you guys have a call or not. Thank you guys. I know a lot of you are already on my Patreon page. I did just activate members here, and I super appreciate that. I figure that I would just start it, not expect anybody to join. But if you want to, that's kind of how I'm prioritizing my musical saw requests on the YouTube. Thank you for watching this. I'm going to jump off and go back to editing other videos. And you guys are delightful and have a wonderful day.